Good morning. It's quite cold today, and I'm deliberating whether I should walk for exercise or if I should jump on a bus. So I'm not going to be able to do this for very long. My hands are going to be too cold. Anyway, it's just a quick video. I haven't been on YouTube properly for a while due to circumstances. If you sort of have a look at my other videos, you will see that I have been looking after my sister, and I still am, but I don't like the word carer. There are a lot of words that I don't like, because I'll walk for a bit. I'm not actually there to care, to be her carer, in the sense that, all right, let's just say I'm more of a bodyguard, or a minder even, from the perspective that she is unable to speak for herself, and I've left her in bed and she won't get up until I get back because she can't get up. So let's just say I do for her what she can't do for herself, shall we? So anyway, there's been so much going on, but I'm going to begin with Facebook. So I should be released from what is termed Facebook jail in maybe 8 hours from now. I think about 6 o'clock this evening. So what Facebook have been trying to do, unsuccessfully, is to shut me down. So they've found various ways of, I would say in the past 2 weeks, I received 2 30 days bans. First one was, I protested. I didn't protest for the sake of I want to be back on Facebook. I protested on the grounds that they don't have a sense of humor. And the second one, similarly, with that one, it was a humorous comment I made to someone. 3 little words, hang 'em high. You know, the Clint Eastwood, it's in reference to the Clint Eastwood film. So they've been going back and retrospectively picking me off. So the first ban was reduced to 24 hours, and then that's the first 30-day ban to 24 hours, and then the next one was for 3 days, which was extended to 7 days because, as said, they went and dug up the hang 'em high comment. So the ban that I'm currently serving that got extended, I incurred that for sharing a screenshot. Someone asked me why did I get banned, so I shared a screenshot to her, and it was like an instant 30-day ban, as said, reduced to 3 days. So the problem Facebook has with me is they don't like people who think for themselves and who express it. So as we see, Boris Johnson has sort of released people from having to wear masks and, if you like, follow the rules for whatever the reasons are. And if you've been watching my videos, you will see that I've never followed any of the rules on the grounds that I don't do foolishness. That's just me. It's against my principles to make an idiot of myself knowingly. So, not saying that I've been vindicated or anything, because what I do isn't anything to do with anybody else. But I believe one of my comments was removed from Facebook because I stated in a comment that I didn't need the experts, what I say, politicians and scientists, but sort of modifying for briefness sake. So I said I didn't need experts to tell me not to wear a mask. Didn't need experts to tell me not to take the vaccine. The reason being I've got common sense. So you could say Facebook doesn't like common sense. So without wishing to seem paranoid, I could safely say they've got it in for me. But that's not a problem. It's their platform, their rules. Similarly, if YouTube doesn't like what I say, their platform, their rules. It's no skin off my nose. So, with that in mind, I'll tell you of a little saga that I'm currently embroiled in. Right, so I haven't been to my place for almost a year. The last time I went back was February of 2021. The reason being that nobody is volunteering and nobody's willing to stay with my sister while I go and sort things out. And it's one of those things that by the time I get there, it'll be time to spin around and come back. So I've not been back since February, long story short. But I'm still paying for the property because I don't intend to let it go. So anyways, my passport, my birth certificate, all my ID is back at my place. So I've been in a standoff with an online company for since last Thursday, so it's more than a week now. Oh, let's be generous and say since last Friday. Let's call it 1 week. And sorry, I'm so cold. And so what I've been doing, I've got to the point now where it's descended to farce. So I'm actually mocking them at this point. And the reason I'm telling you this, it's to show you the similarities between wear a mask, that you must take the vaccine, forced vaccinations and all of this. One moment. Just crossing the road. Right, here we go. Right, yeah, so it's the you must. Now, I have this thing where I don't quite take kindly to people telling me what to do. So I have been literally willing somebody to come and knock on the door or send a phone call, a text message or anything. Not one from the NHS that you can't respond to, but just for somebody to get in contact with me and tell me that I must take the vaccine. I've been waiting for that, but it's one of these things, the devil protects his own, so that's unlikely to happen. So I'm using this situation because I've provided them. They've asked specifically for bank card, which I screened, took a picture of and sent to them. So I wanted bank card, passport. I told them I don't have a valid passport. My passport expired in June 2020, and it also is back at the flat. They want utility bills, but here's the thing. I don't have any utility bills because my rent is all inclusive, so I don't pay council tax or water rates. And because of the way I work, so I use electricity for my job. I sew. So it would be unfair to the other people living in the other tenants if I'm at home all day and night using the electricity and we're splitting the bill. So the landlord installed a coin meter. So I basically pay for the electricity that I use. So there's no electricity bill, just the coin meter. And for my gas, I have a gas card. My flat is the only one that runs on gas, partly. So I have a gas card, so no utility bills. So I've got an expired passport, no utility bills, and no driver's license because I don't drive. It was never something I aspired to do. And also, what was the other thing they wanted? ID card, which I don't have. So I'm using this opportunity, and I mean we're having a back and forth. We're probably on the 40th message between us at this point. But I've told him that I'm actually, the last message I wrote, I told him I'm at the point now where I'm mocking you, and anything you say will be used at some future date against you. So the point I'm making is, how on earth did we get to the point in our existence where other human beings have the power to tell us what we can and what we can't do, and ask us to prove that we are who we say we are? Now they know full well that I am exactly who I say I am, because I've even done screenshots, but they don't accept screenshots, you see. So they're telling you, even though they know it's me, they know 100% I am who I say I am. It's like, all right, put it this way, it's like when my sister was in hospital, and the videos are there, and it was like, where's your mask? And I would say, I'm not wearing one. I don't want to wear one. And they would try to pull well, you can't see your sister card. And I say, no problem. You see, that's the power. When you tell them no, they can't cope with it, because that's the power. The power is for them to tell you no. So the word no is very powerful. So I'm using the opportunity with these people to see where they're going with it, because I've actually reported them to their governing body, and who responded straight away, and they're sort of looking into the matter, the way they go about conducting business with their clients. Because look, I've from the very beginning I said that I can't get back to the flat. I would have done so if I was able to, and besides, what's the point of going back to get a passport that's expired? So what I've tried to do now is to back down by saying, we will accept your expired passport if you can provide the birth certificate with it. Why do I need my birth certificate with my expired passport if you can clearly see my name, my date of birth? Because that's what they want evidence of, apparently. So all the details that they want are there, but it's just a power game. So it is exactly the same as this thing about wearing a mask and forcing people to choose between taking the jab and losing their job. Right, so I mean, I had confidence from the very beginning that all of this wasn't going to, well, on my part, I was never going to surrender to tyranny. So for me, it doesn't matter what's at stake. I'm always going to say no. So even at the point where they were saying you had to wear a mask in the supermarket, I said, in that case, I will starve. And people would think that's a bit extreme. But if people are not willing to stand up for their principles, this is why we end up where we are. I'm sure there are some people who they will never be separated from the mask, because it doesn't matter how safe it is out there, or how the government and the scientists and the doctors in whom they trust persuade them that it's safe. Look, there's one coming towards me right now, fully masked up, even though we're on the open road. Right, so it doesn't matter how anybody appeals to them, stand down from the mast. They're not going to do it, because the fear has been pumped into them. So my thing is not so much that I disrespect authority, I disrespect unrighteous authority. Right, so that I don't surrender to. So we will see how this little saga pans out. But I'm basically just laughing in their faces because it's not going to end well for them. The fact that I've told them up front that I cannot get home, I've provided them with evidence of my sister's medical problem, which is neurological, and it's just the power tripping. So my point with that is, similarly, the government, the doctors, the scientists, they don't give two hoots about what's at stake. So, for example, the person who works in the care home, they don't care that she might have 3 children and hers is the only income. The only thing they care about is exerting their power and their authority. So, in 6 hours or so, when my ban is 8 hours rather, at 6 p.m. When my ban comes to an end on Facebook, I'm going to go on there, and it might be the last time I go on there, because I think I'm going to get another ban straight away. But as we would say in Jamaica, this is what we were taught when we were younger: speak the truth and speak it well, cause it what it will. Right? So we don't get anywhere as human beings by yielding to unrighteous authority. So we will, like I said, using this standoff with this company as my example, I'm going to see how it ends, and I will report back at some point, I'm sure. Anyway, I've got to go because my fingers are freezing now. So you guys take care, have a lovely weekend, and hopefully I will be, when the weather warms up, I'll be able to do some more videos. But do not surrender to tyranny, and don't be a tyrant. Take care. See you. Bye-bye.